Hi, and welcome to the SealFit Road to Self-Mastery. I'd like to welcome Commander Mark Devine and ask our first question. Our first question today is about the importance of early athletics. Your mother was a major force in instilling the importance of physical activity into your life as a child. You skied, played tennis, ran track, and were an avid swimmer. Can you discuss how the participation in early athletics shaped your view on physical training and its connection to longevity and durability?
Yeah, so my mother got me into athletics pretty early. She was athletic. She insisted that we get out of the house. Now, part of this was just to get outside in our rural upstate New York home and play. And that wasn't hard to do. When I grew up, we didn't have, 24/7 TV and iPhones and iPads and all these other devices to kind of keep us trapped inside. We actually got out and rammed around and biked and hiked and played. And so that really initially started my body to be more in tune to an athletic lifestyle. So this is something to watch out for, for the younger generation. It's really important for kids to get out and play when they're younger so their bodies start to adapt to, the more athletic lifestyle. Now, my mom went beyond that, and so she started to take us up skiing every weekend during the wintertime. We were upstate New York, had long winters, and so we got onto a ski team and started racing and, really got comfortable being, outdoors all day long, on the boards. And that was really a lot of fun. And I think that was, a highlight of my youth. And then we would spend our summers up in Lake Placid, and so we do a lot of swimming and water skiing. And the swimming led to a competitive swimming career. And pretty early on, I was encouraged to start swimming in 7th grade. And so we had a JV team. I was able to get onto the JV team in 8th grade. I was able to get on the varsity team. And so I swam competitively for 5 years, actually, in high school and junior high school. And then that led to a swimming career in college and other athletics, running triathlons, a rowing crew, and then in the martial arts, and then, into the SEALs and whatnot. So, all that had its origin really in a couple things. One, being in an area where it was encouraged to be outdoors and to play, and also then my mother, her influence in getting us out and really, forcing us, I guess is might be too harsh a word, but heavily encouraging us to get involved in athletics and to stay engaged. So we ended up having 12 varsity letters in high school and all that. So anyways, what this did for me is, without even understanding whether I was an athlete or not, it tuned my body to an athletic lifestyle. And by starting athleticism that early, athletic activities, you develop a lot of coordination and a lot of balance and a lot of endurance, and the attributes of an athlete start to develop early on, and it stays with you. Just like learning to read in your youth is a lot easier than learning to read when you're an adult. And those skills, if you look at those physical attributes as a skill, learning them early on in your life and having them, grooved into your subconscious, then that leads to really lifelong athletics. Even if you fall off for a while, when you come back into the gym or into a sport, you tend to pick it up very easily. And so I think that having that early in my life, has led to a life of athleticism that really can transcend in anything that intrigues me. And later on, when I got into the SEALs and I started to define that as the warrior athlete, then I started to look at things that are important to the warrior athlete, such as durability and longevity of your training. So instead of just enjoying a sport and then, not doing anything for a month or two, or, working out for a while and then getting bored and finding something else, I realized that training is something that we do every day and it becomes part of your life. And so part of that training needed to be, injury avoidance and, preventive maintenance and recovery. And so the whole idea of this long-time warrior athlete where you're trained for life, and part of that training is physical and part of it is mental and part of it is, durability, so that you always stay in the game, kind of came into focus. And again, it was a lot easier because I had developed my body and my joints and my ligaments and everything at a pretty young age. So thanks, Mom. That was a very important contribution to my life. And I think the point of this interview video is that if you have kids, then try to get them, even if they don't see themselves as athletes or you don't think they're athletes, you say, well, my son is creative or my girl likes to play music. Well, just get them outside and playing a sport and doing something with their body, because physical intelligence is something that can be developed over time, and it crosses over into developing character and to developing intuition and those other things. And so it's really important tool to be in tune and be able to be fully into your body as opposed to be disconnected and disassociated from your body. So get out and play, do a sport, and do it as young as possible. However, having said that, if you're coming at it late in the game, then it's never too late to get started. So, hoo-yah. See you on the playing field. Coach Devine out.